With coronavirus cases falling in the UK and some other countries, there's a suggestion that the wave triggered by the Omicron variant may have passed its peak. Well, let's talk to Michael Tildesley, the Professor of Infectious Disease Modelling at the University of Warwick. Michael, good to see you. Well, you call it. Is this the beginning of the end for the pandemic?
Well, I think it's a very brave person that would say it's the beginning of the end of the pandemic. But certainly where this wave is concerned, it looks like in the UK in particular, but also potentially other countries in Europe, early signs that things seem to be turning around. Cases in the UK are declining. Hospital admissions seem to be starting to turn around. So this is early signs that perhaps the Omicron wave's turning over. And as we get towards the milder weather in the Northern Hemisphere, hopefully we can start to think about more having a living with the virus type relationship. We're not quite there yet, but hopefully over the next few weeks we will be having those sorts of discussions.
Let's drill down a little deeper on the UK picture. Looking at the UK, what do the numbers and the data tell us about the trajectory of the disease?
Well, of course, we do know that late December, early January was particularly rocky. We were reporting as high as 200,000 cases per day at the peak. And hospital admissions up to round about 2,000 per day. That is half the level it was of January last year, which is important to put that into perspective. Now, different parts of the UK are proceeding at slightly different rates. It does look like London is leading the way. Hospital admissions do appear to be going down, which is good news. The north of England is slightly behind, but does appear to be plateauing. So hopefully, as we get towards the end of January, we will start to see hospital admissions decline and the pressure starting to come off the NHS.
Now, you've alluded to regional variations on COVID within the UK. I'm assuming this picture is also simply that. It's a first world picture. The rest of the world, or many other countries in the rest of the world, are still in some difficulties on both vaccination and infection.
Oh, I mean, this is absolutely always the case. You know, we talk about the very, very high vaccination rates in the UK and in some other countries in Europe. And of course, contrast that with many countries in, say, sub-Saharan Africa, where, you know, there may be fewer than 5% of individuals have had a vaccination. So clearly, if we want to think about the pandemic being over and ultimately returning to a pre-pandemic normal, then we do need to think about how are we going to support those lower and middle income countries to get vaccinations out and hopefully start on their own road to recovery.
Professor Michael Tildesley at the University of Warwick, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.